It is Vlogust 16th, and today I'm just going to give a short review because I started to say it was halfway through the year. It really isn't. It's like a little more than that. But I'm going to give a short review on this Miquelrius journal. This is my working journal that I've been using this year, and I got it in January. I want to say January. It might have been late December, or like New Year's Day or day after New Year's Day. And they sell these at Barnes and Noble. They're very low price. They're $9.99, $9.95. And as you can see, they're huge. They're absolutely huge. I don't know how many pages they have, but they have a lot. I mean, this is very thick. And I've been using this since the beginning of January. And this is literally, wait, if I take the pen out, I've only used, well, let me just try and open it here. I've only used this much so far. And I work in this pretty much every single day, and this is all I've used. And and that's with, I do economize my paper usage, so I tend to kind of cover a page before I move on. But there are a lot of pages where I wrote a few things and then I went on to the next page because I really did need a fresh sheet. And so that's all I've used so far. And I still have all of this to go. So this is, my working journal for 2016, but I feel like by the time 2016 is over, I'm still going to have some left over. But here are the really awesome things about this journal, besides the fact that it's very ample in size or volume or whatever. I love the grid paper. Now there's definitely a large amount of ghosting, or even some might say bleed through, but that really does not bother me. Not for this, because like I said, it's just a working journal. So what I mean by that is I write my poems. I write my first drafts of my poems, and I take all of my notes, business notes, and different things creative things that I'm doing for videos or whatever. I put them in this journal, so it doesn't really matter that there's a lot of bleed through ghosting. It doesn't bother me at all. But I do like the fact that I'm sorry, my hand's all in the way. My other hand was itching. I do like the fact that it's grid paper, because I really love writing on grid paper. It helps me keep my writing straight. So as far as negatives about it, again, it's not an expensive journal at all. So at some point it starts to, where is it? I'm trying to find it. The binding kind of starts to come apart, and I'm just trying to find where a page is where you can see that. And of course right now I can't. Oh, there it is. So you see that it's really coming apart there. So that is the negative, like the binding's just coming loose right there. But that's not horrible. It really isn't. I think it's because it's got like sections of paper, sets of paper bound together. It's coming apart there too. But honestly, it's really not bad. And it hasn't like completely fallen apart. And I've been using it like I said, every day since the beginning of the year. So I think for $9.95, it's a perfectly fine, reasonable buy. Now, are there cheaper journals? Of course there are. You can get cheaper journals at Staples. Their binding is still going to be about the same, as far as, at some point the binding kind of starts to come apart, unless you get one of those composition books that's sewn together, which I do love those, and they're very cheap at Staples. They're not $9.95. But they do have fewer pages, and it is notebook paper. It's just regular notebook paper. It's not grid paper. And this is a journal that can carry you through the entire year and then some. Like I said, I'm not going to be through with this whole journal by the time the year is up. I just know I'm not. So I have lots and lots of journals. My Moleskine journals that I like to use, they cost more than this. And I've gotten journals as gifts that cost more than this. So I think for the amount of paper that you get, and the quality overall is just fine. I don't think it's a bad value at all. So, like I said, they have them at Barnes and Noble in the journal section, and Barnes and Noble has an amazing journal section anyway. They have a great variety of journals for sale. So, yeah, check it out.